Hey, good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot, and this is our daily reading today. It is a general reading, may or may not resonate. Also, I really appreciate you all that join regular. I appreciate all of you, but especially the ones that join regularly, and anyone new, welcome. I don't say it enough. I know I don't, and it's not that I don't. I guess when I hear it from other YouTubers, I'm like, okay, I just heard that, but then I understand that there's not everyone watches everyone, and anyway, um, but I won't oversay that. I just won't. But just want you to know I do appreciate it a lot, and especially when you tell me your comments on what's happening. I enjoy hearing that too because we all need um, we all need a little bit of, oh, okay, it's making sense, or um, you know I'm giving someone what they need to hear. It's important. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to use Black Cat. Did I say that? Black Cat Tarot today. Let's take a second, please. Okay, let's do this. Current situation, please. Ten of Swords. Present influence. Knight of Pentacles. Future influence. Five of Pentacles. What we don't see. Fool. What to look for. Empress. Unexpected. Five of Cups. Here it is again. It is like just such interesting energy, guys. It's like, it looks like just exactly like that. Like, oh my God, oh, not so good. So, it's it's the two different energies. Anyway, challenge, Tower, Strength, Chariot. This is interesting. Okay, where does this lead, please? Ace of Swords. Wow, advice. Three of Cups. Wow. You guys, this is like really interesting. Let's get into it. The Knight of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. This was in our reading yesterday, I believe. I do feel like this is okay. So the Ten of Swords is okay. Though there's two things with the Ten of Swords in this deck. It is about an ending, but it's more about facing the fear on a new beginning. Like what's going to happen with when this ends. Okay, so it's not just the ending. It's kind of that anticipation of now what, and that can be a little bit scary. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's kind of like a now what energy. I feel like something's coming in really fast, and the Chariot's there too. So I feel like there's some kind of energy. This could be travel that kind of is going to spark some things a little bit. So here's the Ten of Swords in this deck. And as you can see, he's walking through the door and it says exit. So it's like, it's more of a now what? That's why I'm saying that. Like when I look at this card, it's an ending for sure. And he's walking through a door, but that does lead to, right, something else. It's more the anticipation of what does it lead to? Is it lead to, something good, or is it not? Or now what? That's why I feel like that's that energy. And that's why I see that card that way. It's not just an ending, it's more of a now what. And then the page, or the Knight of Pentacles. So in this reading, The Knight of Pentacles is facing that Ten of Swords, and I feel like it's been a long time waiting for this to end. Like, it's what I feel like. It's the Page of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles is all about patience, and but this has been thought about. Like, the Knight of Pentacles does things with intent, you know. So there, it's not like it's a whim or anything like that. It's like, okay, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this ending. I've been waiting for this new opportunity, almost. Okay, so even though it's an ending, again, it's what comes after that ending, and you have to have the ending, right? So that's the feeling I'm getting here, and this is so the Knight of Pentacles is our present influence. So this finally feeling, the patience, is what kind of that energy that's taking over. The problem is the future influence is the Five of Pentacles. Now, we do have the Five of Cups and what's unexpected, but again, it's like this, we're anticipating something to change. We're anticipating something to end. And when it does, it's a little harder than we expect. I don't think by any means is it negative. It's just harder than we expect. And we talked about this yesterday. It's the same energy. I'm telling you, it's a slightly different look at it, but it's almost the same energy. And the Five of Pentacles is kind of about seeking help a little bit, but I feel like it's going to be kind of like a disappointment, and you feel a little bit stuck. This energy is not Eight of Swords, but they are in a pit, and it's dark. And the Six of Pentacles shows someone helping them out of that pit. But I feel like that future influence is saying you're going to feel kind of, I don't know. There's going to be a downer part to this. Because too, and I'll get to the other ones, but the unexpected is the Five of Cups. So while you've been anticipating this change, you don't realize how hard it really is. And then when it happens, it's like, oh wow, that's hard. This is hard. Again, it's not bad. It's just hard. Yeah, what you don't see is the Fool. And this means the anticipation, you've been anticipating a movement, a new beginning. It's like that feeling of, I know this is going to happen, but you don't know what that is. And that's why this is in the unseen. It's what you don't know, that there is a new beginning here. It's going to be hard with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups there. But I think it's more just the challenge too, because we have the challenge is the Tower. There's a change, and it's going to be a change. And changes are hard, even if they're good, like, period. But I do feel like with this being what you don't see, this is a good omen, because this guy is free. He's free now to do as he wishes. And being a little bit, blasé about it, and just being curious and moving forward in kind of a nice pattern. And I like that a lot. Like, that feels good to me. Like I said, this is like got some quirky energies, but I think it's just the idea of something's going to change drastically enough where it affects your current life and it makes you slightly sad. And it worries you a little bit. Okay, so it's kind of like, and I hate to say this for anybody, but it's almost like you lose your job and it sucks. But because you lost that job, a new opportunity comes in. So, and that opportunity couldn't have come in if you don't lose your job, that kind of thing. Or same with a relationship, same type of deal. Like, you lose somebody, and I mean lose somebody, like break up with them, that kind of thing. And you're really bummed about it. But if that didn't happen, this other good thing wouldn't happen. So it's it's one of those where you are going to see that. You are going to see it. It's just, it has to happen before you see it. And it's going to be hard because no matter what we tell you in a reading, when something hard like that happens, you can't count on it. You still got to look for work, or you got to look, whatever it is, you still have to do the work behind it. And it's still scary. I mean, I have readings, I don't count on them 100% because I can't. Like, you have to take control of your own life. Right? We all have free will. And if we don't, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. So keep working hard at anything that you're doing, or if something changes, don't stop the forward progress, or keep looking, because that's what's going to bring the new opportunity. You know what I mean? The new opportunity it could absolutely just show up, but it might not. You might have to go look for it. And what to look for is the Empress. And I think that is looking for something that nurtures you completely. Like, it feels good physically, emotionally, mentally, intellectually. It just feels right. And it feels like it is almost making you new, okay? Like, it feels really good. I like it. So, sorry about that. My phone is beeping at me. I keep forgetting to turn off. I don't get that many messages. So, what is our challenge? Tower. Something's going to change, and it changes drastically. Let's clarify this tower. Can you tell us what this tower is, please, in the challenge? Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, King of Swords. So we've had the King of Swords a lot. It has to do with an Eight of Wands, and we've got the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Chariot. There could be some kind of travel. But this has been planned. Seven of Pentacles. And the Eight of Wands, there's going to be some kind of travel. And I think it has to do with this King of Swords. I think, too, with where this all leads is the Ace of Swords, which to me says that brings, clarity. And so I think everything is good. And I think this is what happens is this tower, even though it seems sudden to you, it's been in the making for a while. I do believe, though, that it does have to do with some kind of forward movement. I mean, again, we've got the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Chariot in our strength. And then this is clarified with the Eight of Wands in the center. It has to do with some kind of movement, travel, and it could be just something coming in really fast, but I do feel like because of the energy behind it, you don't have time to think about it, which that's why it ends up being positive. This is in your strength, and the reason why this is in your strength is because you just don't have time to think about it. You don't have time to process it. And sometimes that's a good thing. Like that, okay, this tower happened, now let's just move on and move up. And it's that energy that leads you to that Fool, to that new beginning, to the new, prosperity feeling. I like this. So where it leads is the Ace of Swords, and I feel like this could be definitely victory, but more importantly, it's clarity. And I think, too, that there's going to be something that makes you shout, like, I did it. Here I am. Look, I did. Kind of like excited because you kind of go through a lot of crap here, with the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So when this comes around and you can like shout to everybody and say, look at me, ha 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 ha, I did it. It's going to feel really good. There's a really good energy there. So your Three of Cups is your advice. And we've talked about this recently. I'm not sure when, but it kind of reminds us to really look for a celebration of some kind. I feel like this has to do with some kind of get together, some kind of celebration, some kind of party, it could just be a get together with a couple people. It could be good friends. It could be travel for work. It could be anything, but I feel like it's some kind of get together that is going to change your direction. And I think just look for that. Also, look for celebrating things on a regular basis. Like, celebrate anything that you do that's good. You know what I mean? So, and celebrate the people around you regularly, because I think that's an important message too, in just that respect, that it helps too when something's really hard. This is a, this is a good reading. Again, we're still in the things are changing and it's going to be hard, but it has to happen. And it has to be hard a little bit. I think that's part of it. That's like part of what will end up being good. I think it's a recognition as well. So I hope this made sense. Let me know if it didn't. Hit the like button. That always helps me. So take care. Have a beautiful day.